Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe. So I had a viewer of mine that I've been getting to know a little bit over the last couple months, and he had suggested, things about dreams. He ended up having a dream about his narcissist. This person might actually be more schizophrenic, but still the people that are in our lives. What do our dreams mean? Sometimes they're nothing. Sometimes dreams are us working through our problems. They're pretty amazing sometimes, the things that we can think of. For example, I had a friend who was trying to locate somebody. We're from Michigan, and she met this guy from Florida at like this baseball game, and we didn't know how to locate him. And I went to bed and I had this dream, like, go to the library and there's going to be phone books there. And I don't know if there still are, but a little bit older. And so she ended up going to the library, looking up his city, and found his phone number, and they reconnected. So I have no idea where that came from. So sometimes we have some really odd dreams, but this one does relate to his relationship with her. So whether she's a narc or schizophrenic, bipolar, there are things that we're going through, and that's what I'm going to relate to his dream about his person. So to go into it, he dreamt that he was in this wooded area. There were streams and cliffs. And this is my take on his dream. Let's just have a little fun today. You guys can send me your stuff, but the streams are nice and flowing. The relationship's going good. It's kind of like an adventure. Where's it going to go? And it's soothing and relaxing. And then the cliffs. Those are the cliffs of that relationship. Because he felt like, everything was great on top of the world. And then it got into the really bad lows. Cliffs are usually pretty quick when you fall off them. So he had the ability to jump across them. So there are things that we can control in the relationship. It's just whether we do or don't. So he was planning on, so he was in the woods. Some of it, I'm a little mixed up on what he's trying to say, but he was in the woods and there was a building. I guess he said he was trying to turn her into mental health workers, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. I believe she goes, talks to the people, but maybe he was trying to get her help or something like that. But he was in the woods. The building was there. There were big trees, and he decided to go in and talk to them. So the woods are maybe kind of like a confinement. Sometimes we feel alone, or it could be a security to where that's with the mental health workers, and then also the woods could be like a secure area, kind of like swaddling, but it could also be constricting, like being alone. And he decided to go in and talk to them, and his person came up by the window and knocked on it. Now this person was dressed different, shorter hair, and that might be just like when I had done a video on when I caught on fire and was going under hypnosis. In reality, and this happened in real life, I had like a navy dress on with stoplight pockets, green, yellow, and red. But when I was going under hypnosis, I started seeing me in this pink fluffy dress, which is probably what I really would have rather had as a 5-year-old. So I think her altered appearance, dressing different, shorter hair, is kind of like a transformation into what he wanted. So maybe it wasn't necessarily that she, cut her hair, but it was just a different woman almost, that who she presented herself wasn't as he thought. So it's kind of altering her a little bit to be who he wanted. So he told the workers to give him a minute, and he went up to his person. This person was so angry and said things that he still hasn't processed. So he's relating to her personality in the dream to who, she usually is. And the process part is kind of what he's going through now. Why does she say these things? Sometimes we don't understand what's going on. I'm not exactly sure. I don't really watch movies. So in the dream, she gave him a DVD. Now I know they did a lot of movie watching, and they walked up to the movie store together. I believe they gave each other DVDs, and it's called The Magician's Witch Stuff. WITCH. So that I don't know if there's an actual thing that's called that. If not, it could be like, you know, magicians and witches, you know, the master manipulator, just like a magician, witch, kind of switch that W to a B, or just a power, like a spell. So that might just be a movie title that I don't know. So he had to stop watching it, but he said the most important thing was he saw a tiny black symbol on her upper cheeks that looked like a Stargate symbol. So he does some videos too. And there's something about, he did like a portal into like a different place. So maybe that had something to do with releasing her, setting her free. So he couldn't make out what she said. She stormed off down the hallway, mad as hell, and he almost chased her, but he decided not to. So he's going through this where he has seen her in real life and he has pulled back. He's had the opportunity, but he's holding himself back. So that's just working through what he's going through in life. And he left the building confused in his dream, and went exploring the woods. So, you know, it's kind of like the mental health building has a tie to her, and he left it. The mental illness usually goes along with the mental buildings, and he's just confused, like what's going on. And he started exploring the woods. Some of it's for answers, some of it is to see what's out there, time to move on and get back to enjoying life, to see what's on the other side of the woods, or just to see all the beauty. He's a very into nature. So for him to walk around and find his peace would also be part of it. And I just thought it was kind of neat. There are some things that our dreams tell us. Sometimes, you know, they're kind of crazy and it's just our mind just working through things. But usually if you're falling, you feel that you're losing a sense of control. And there's a lot of different things. Just some of our fears. When you analyze the dreams, you can really realize what's going on. If you're stressed out about work, sometimes you can understand more of your hopes and dreams. I also love languages, and it's kind of interesting what we do in our sleep. I was in love with this French exchange student, and I started dreaming in French, and I would correct my grammar while I'm dreaming. The grammatical errors I would fix. And it's just kind of interesting that we stop in the middle of a dream, we're talking in a different language, and we're correcting our grammar. And that showed an importance to me of wanting to learn this language, of wanting to communicate, and him being on my mind, and French and all that stuff. So feel free to comment below on some of the things. Maybe you've had some answers come to you in your dreams, or have been reminded of certain things that you had to do or forgot about. And they do say that psychology says if I dream about somebody, it means they're thinking about me. Now that I'm not too sure on, because that person's on my mind. And this is how I take that, because it's all over YouTube. If you guys do any of the psychology ones, that me dreaming of somebody means they're thinking about me. And the world is full of energy. And I think what it is if I'm dreaming about them, I usually have a relationship with that person. But it would be kind of interesting if you guys have had where they're like, I dreamt about you last night, and you're like, oh my gosh, I dreamt about them too. I kind of disagree with that, but maybe you guys can prove me wrong. There could be coincidences. I think it's just you know, that they're on our mind. We have a relationship with them, whether it's a past relationship, current. But let me know what you guys think about that, because it can happen here and there, especially if you're in the middle of a relationship, or a fresh breakup. But you know, if it's been like so many years, I kind of disagree with that. And be interesting to see what you guys have to say. So comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you had a little fun with that that dream that we just looked into.